Hi everyone, this is Caroline Speaks, the State of Our World on Friday, March 26, 2021. So what is it? Good, bad, or indifferent? All three. The coronavirus is definitely still here. People are still resisting wearing a mask. People still resisting socializing only with those in their immediate household. And people are still resisting only going out when they need to and practicing social distancing. So we see a rise in cases, a rise in hospitalizations. Seems to be getting about a fatalities, about a uh, 1,000 a day now. And total cases is over 30 million. So that's not good. 30,273,300 U.S. cases. Fatalities are over 547,000 in the United States. It didn't have to happen this way. You know, back in 1919, we lost uh, 600,000 people, I think. And it seems like we're closing in on that. There's another pandemic that shouldn't have happened, 1919. President Woodrow Wilson refused to acknowledge it because she was busy with fighting World War I and supporting the Europeans, the English and French, and fighting World War I and weren't protecting his people here. So the Vat virus actually originated on a U.S. Army base in Kansas, and Wilson sent the troops over to Europe to fight the war, and they called them coffin ships. They ended up infecting people on the ships and in the lands they went to. And now we have a similar situation. We have a former President Trump who said it was not a pandemic, not a virus. It's like the flu. It's a hoax. It's fake news. He got it, and he got the best medical care, and he recovered. But you know, once you have it, it's always with you. You can always come back. So hopefully he'll get it again, and maybe he won't be so lucky this time. But basically, it is a very serious situation, and it's hit the people uh, who can least afford it, who, in terms of not good health outcomes, pre-existing conditions, it's hitting minority groups, people of color, uh, uh, black people, Latino people, and so it's not good. No, it's not good at all. And then we have all these Republican governors refused to take the virus seriously like Trump did. And so we have a problem. We have a country of idiots and have a Republican Party who seems to be a party of idiots. But I guess that's the way it is. So we have a vaccine now, but it's not, um, we don't have enough for everybody yet. And it's being distributed in some way, but it needs more fine tuning on the distribution. It's being distributed all over the country in different ways. Each state is a little different. So we supposedly have vaccinated about 80 million people so far. So I guess that's good. So anyway, we have to step up the vaccinations. We have to make sure we have equitable distribution of the vaccines. And we have to tell other countries they have to be fair to their people. Now, Doctors Without Borders came out the other day and said that the Israel has to treat all of their constituents equally and get the virus out to all of them. I mean, vaccine out to all of them, because Israel has refused to give the vaccine to those in the occupied territories, West Bank, Gaza, and East Jerusalem. And then if you ask someone who's in a group that supports Israel, they say, oh, um, the Arabs have rejected it. That's not true. And Amy Goodman has done several stories on the virus and how Israel is dealing with it with respect to its Arab constituents, Palestinian constituents. Okay. Now, some news today. Georgia GOP governor signs a Gregorius voter suppression law targeting black voters. It passed uh, the legislature very quickly in Georgia today, and then the governor signed it. Now, Georgia's a state that went blue, voted for a Democratic president for the first time since 1992, and for the first time, they have elected 2 Democratic senators from Georgia in special elections. So, but Georgia's still having a problem. They're really trying to suppress the vote by people who they don't think will vote for them, instead of concentrating on what are the issues that we need to support so they will vote for us. They don't seem to care. So anyway, this laws that were passed in Georgia is heading to a court fight, and hopefully the court will be able to strike it down. Okay, now Danny Glover is a very famous actor and activist, and he's helping out with the Amazon Union Drive and the power of organized labor and centuries of resistance in Haiti. He also helped out in Haiti. He's not from Haiti, and he is a champion for union rights and for people being treated fairly. So he's working on that. Jeff Bezos is the owner of Amazon, and company is trying its best to keep the company from workers from having a union anywhere. And he earns, I don't know, lots and lots of money, about $7 million an hour, some sources have said. So he's definitely has a lot of money, and he is trying to prevent the union from unionizing his branch in Alabama. I think it's in Alabama. So hopefully the union vote will be to have the union, and the whole company will become unionized, and we will have better labor laws. Now we have President Biden. I hope so. Now, in Evanston, Illinois, they're going to be paying reparations to black families harmed by decades of racist housing policies. And the city council, city of Evanston, passed this, and it's going to be implemented. So I think that's really nice, because the people who are discriminated against in housing, they call it redlining. There are areas where banks would not lend to. There are areas where someone buy a house in a certain area, the banks wouldn't do it. So they basically targeted black areas and say we're not going to lend to anyone who wants to buy a house there, any black person. So now they're trying to right the wrong, and we'll see how that goes. I think it's a step in the right direction. Now, so we have a lot of stuff going on, nothing new. Now, how about a lighter day? How about a little music? The song I'd like to sing today is, let's see, what shall I sing? Good question. Now, this is a song, I don't really know the title of it, but I know some of it. The thoughts I think, the dreams I dream of all of thee, my chosen love, my sole delight, be true to me. Thou shouldst grow forever fonder. Had I the power to gain my desire, I ne'er from thee would wander. Okay, so that's a very short song. Hope you liked it. And remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. And remember, thank you for joining us this evening on Friday, March 26, 2021, for a meeting of Carolyn Speaks the State of the World. I hope you'll be back with us tomorrow evening. And I hope you'll be kind to others. And I hope you'll wear your mask, only go when you have to, practice social distancing, and only socialize with those in your immediate household. All right. The Congress is considering legislation to make things safer for us, like less gun violence, but Republicans are pretty well set against that. We also have a voting rights bill that's been written and passed in the House. Be tough to get through the Senate. There's talk of doing something about the filibuster, which can stop anything. All right, well, that's it for today. I hope you're back to join us again tomorrow. And remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Thank you. Good night, all. Stay safe.